what does Zen and improv have in common? The biggest three things is, one is they get you into the present moment. And what does that do when you're in the present? You're connecting with your audience. And that's the key. That's the key to these exercises, connecting with your audience. You really get into the zone. And that's when you're really in that Zen of the talk. And those three things are very important. So present moment, and then connecting and getting into the zone. We're going to do a little bit of emotional exercises tonight. So when we do the emotional exercises, just one tip, pull from experience. Think about something that triggered the joy, triggered the sadness, triggered the anger, and let it kind of come out. The way this works, if you think about, I like the water in the stream. So if the boulders are your thoughts, and you're just flowing in that stream, you're part of that water. If you hit the boulders, you're constantly having resistance, resistance, resistance. Emptying your mind and not having any thoughts, you're just going to really flow. Stand up, you're going to face your partner. This is the first exercise of the evening. Close your eyes. When you open them, think of the first positive thought about the person you're looking at. Go. All right, let me ask you, did that make you feel more closer to your partner, more connected?
Yeah.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it? We don't want to communicate, don't want to communicate this emotion with words like we're used to doing. We want to do it with just our intensity or like our facial expressions. There is no try. There is no try, meaning that the action is natural. It comes like a tiger chasing its prey. It doesn't really try. There's no try there. I mean, it's just a natural flow of its potential to do that. And the good example is that the riptide. You know, you can't swim against the riptide because you'll drown. You just run out of energy. So if you ever know that when you're in the ocean and you encounter a riptide, you have to swim parallel and just in a little bit, because that's how you overcome the riptide, because there's no way to swim against it. You don't have enough energy to do that. So it's kind of giving into that energy. And that's what you're doing with Zen and improv. You're giving into that energy without really trying. Same with a tree. A tree is in the potential of a seed. You have a seed, and in that seed is the tree, the entire tree. It could be a 100-foot, elm tree or oak tree. So it's recognizing your seed potential when you speak. It doesn't have to make sense. This is what improv is. Don't try to make sense of it, because if you make sense of it using this intellectual part of you, which is thinking, and it's trying, just let go.
I'll tell you what, do you want the husband? Then take his shoe, write a note and say, don't come back. That's right.
The example is a spider's web. It's when the spider's web cross, this is a point of attachment. We have these throughout our lives. These attachments are like in fears, phobias, or problems, or issues, or patterns, habits. So all of these create these attachments. And we end up focusing more on the result, like where we're going to go. And how does this apply? Well, especially in speaking, when you get up and focus on a result of what you're trying to do, I think, for me personally, that's one of the worst things that I've done. And I used to do that a lot. And a lot of times when I get up and I just don't care and I'm going to have fun, I'm just going to tell this story, say this speech. It just works better.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
And Master Nomi comes up. He's training these three people, and he sees a vase, right? A big vase about this big, and it's half filled with water. And so one of the guys come over, and they say, of course, the obvious. Well, it's half empty. And one says, oh, well, it's half full. Right? Okay, the opposites. So Master Nomi comes up behind him. He takes this big stick, and he says, yeah! Breaks the vase into a million pieces. The water flows all over the ground, right? Pieces flying everywhere. what happened? The vase contains the concept of the half full and half empty. And just like our minds create the half full and half empty. Because without our mind, that doesn't exist anywhere in the universe, that concept. We're going to pick a situation, and we're going to argue the two sides of the situation. It's nobody's right or wrong. It really isn't. I mean, you don't come up and do a speech that's right or wrong. You can't say anything that's right or wrong. It's really true. It's just two parts of a perspective.
Oh my God, but I just found this really cute shoes and it goes with all of my outfits and I can wear it anytime and they're beautiful and they're like $750 and they're amazing, they're leather, they're red. Wow. Oh, you should see the heels. You should see the heels on these shoes. Oh my God, they're like this big. Like, it's so tough. Are you kidding me?
They just sit in the closet collecting dust.
Because I can't ruin them.
Welcome to 911. If this is an emergency, press 1.
Look, my cat is stuck in the toilet clawing the porcelain, and he's stuck and drowning. I need someone out here right now.
What's it? Please enter your zip code.
I don't have a zip code. My cat's dying. I need a fire engine. I need an ambulance. What's wrong with you? You speak English?
For English, press 1.
Well, my first love.
My first love was when I was just about 5 years old. Her name was Sylvia.
We were the cutest couple because we were like the couple in grade school.
We started school at 5 back in England. And school at 5 back in England. And she was the cutest.
What did you think of this experience?
Oh, it has been very, very good. Speak spontaneously, which it's very hard for me to speak like.
Just let it go.
Let it go, yeah.
Well, so what did you think of this experience? What did you
Very
think?
interesting, very good. Because I certainly agree, when you're more spontaneous, it's more fun. And
Well, I really liked it because I was able to do one of the things that I do best, and that's not think.
Hey, yeah. What did you think of these exercises?
It was great, unexpected, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm going to end off by saying this has been a marvelous experience for me, and I hope it has been a marvelous experience for each of you. And to thank Paul for the wonderful job that he's done. So let's give Paul